Next up, it's a new HBO drama slash sci-fi thriller from Jason Bateman. He stars in this, he directs this first episode. It's from a book from Stephen King, and it is about a murder in a tight-knit place where the suspect is seen in two places at once. How is this possible? What is this show about? And does the meshing of crime procedural with later on sci-fi elements intrigue us or turn us off?
You're right, there wasn't a lot of sort of supernaturalness to this first episode, was there? I mean, it's very much a procedural, this first episode. It took me maybe 5 minutes to get into it. I thought, oh, this will be a bit too much for me. But when you sort of got Ben Mendelsohn's character, the detective Ralph, and him sort of investigating this murder of this little boy at a playground, doing like the interviews, and at the same time, sort of in the present day, it's leading up to him arresting the Bateman character, Terry, the local Little League coach. You know, you get more and more evidence against him, and then going forward, it's the case trying to prove that he wasn't there and can he be in two places at once. It's an interesting sort of procedural thing. There was a little bit of supernaturalness at the end, but apart from that, you know, it did feel like a bog standard police investigation show. You know, you've got Ben Mendelsohn playing the sort of cop with a past. You know, he's got a dead son. He's very sullen. I mean, I think Ben Mendelsohn's an excellent actor, and I think he sort of suits his sort of drollness is the perfect sort of antidote for Bateman's sunny persona, this sort of great dad and husband, English teacher, pillar of the community, you know, happy-go-lucky type, and their sort of two styles meshing, and him getting a little bit more darker when he goes into prison.
I think my issue is, and I've watched a lot of these crime dramas, probably more than you really, but this was from the same writing team that brought us The Night Of, which was the US remake of Criminal Justice, and I quite like that, and I actually dislike this for all the reasons I like that, because I found that nowadays when people are telling a dark story, they feel the need to make it dark on screen, and so a lot of it is sort of dimly lit. I found that such an overused, dull style that it immediately takes me out of the thing, because, you know, life isn't like that. We would put a light on in a scenario where life was that dark. The atmosphere where it was supposed to be drawing me in was actually turning me off, because I'd just seen it, you know, done either so many times or so much better than this, that it just felt more cliched than real. I just don't know. I think the procedural sides are good, and I agree about Ben Mendelsohn. He is a powerful performer, but I just feel like there's nothing, particularly in this first one, there was nothing.
Apparently, it's Cynthia Erivo, when she comes onto screen, is meant to be the best thing about it, but obviously she wasn't in this first episode, so judging this on an episode on its own, it was, as you say, a lot of sort of dimly lit scenes, very sort of by the numbers sort of police procedural, really. You know, we've seen Broadchurch, for example, you know, a small town affected by the death of a young boy.
Bathed in sunshine the whole time there.
Yeah, and I think it was those sort of dark scenes that sort of put me off in the beginning and thought, oh, this is going to be a chore. I think, you know, for an hour, I thought it was well paced for the most part. And I thought the performances lifted it, but the story I'd sort of seen before. And obviously, you know, you get this little, maybe it isn't as simple as that at the end. And I was thinking of watching the second episode. But again, there's so much on, there's so much to watch. It's not something that sort of, and there's still things that I want to watch that I haven't seen yet. So I don't think this is particularly something I'll be sticking with. I think a lot of people will be watching it based on the sort of pedigree of it being a Stephen King book. And I suppose it's similar to the style that is employed in Ozark as well, isn't it? That's very
Which is one that I just have never been excited about.
No.
I'm not the sort of person that the sci-fi element is going to intrigue me. It's probably going to turn me off more. If it had gone completely bonkers, I have a feeling you may have stuck with it.
Yeah,
a bit
no,
longer.
you know I like my bonkers. I mean, I'm not as off put by John Returns as
You
you.
might want to rephrase that. You
Yeah,
know I
no, I
like my
do.
bonkers.
Yeah, no, I do. I do like the where it goes all. You know,
Nutty.
things need to go sort of full madcap, or
Yeah.
I
They
suppose it
need to
was just
commit to the madness
yeah,
or not. Yeah.
yeah. So that's why I was intrigued maybe to watch the second one and see, you know, this performance by Cynthia Erivo, which a lot of people have been acclaiming, but
Yeah.
there wasn't enough here really to draw me in. I would say.
Yeah.
In
So
summation.
that's The Outsider. It's on Tuesday nights on Sky Atlantic, or it is on Sunday nights on HBO if you're listening from the States.